And for a second straight game, Nell Fordner bringing her veterans into the starting lineup with Blackshear and Noeto. The left-hand layup by Tonie Morgan puts Tech on the board. These are two deep and talented backcourts between Tonie Morgan and Kara Dunn, the freshman Dani Carnegie for Georgia Tech. And Saniya Rivers gets the first basket.
Yeah, both of these coaches have done an amazing job thus far with their respective squads, and it's not surprising that they're both candidates this season.
James ball hawked by Dunn, the pull-up good.
But it was a great steal by Noeto. She missed that three on the previous possession, but read that really well to get the steal.
There's a deep seal underneath by Zoe Smith. Take another look at that high-low.
Yeah, you see Tonie Morgan finds her, and it's a miss and defend and make NC State work for a shot in the paint that they missed.
Yellow Jackets, meanwhile, missed 10 of their last 11. Carnegie knocks down the three, and if Georgia Tech can get that from Dani Carnegie tonight, 7 remaining. Dani Carnegie, you lay underneath that screen.
You know, a little bit in her last outing with 14 points against Wake Forest, so hopefully she's getting her rhythm back.
Oh, and the three right back by James. Something like that, Georgia Tech, the 10-9 lead over Aziaha James and the Wolfpack. Carnegie to reset off the screen from Smith. Draws Hayes on the switch, runs pick and roll with Smith, but off her hands. A 2-on-1 for the Wolfpack. Here's Brooks with Blackshear on the chase. Double clutches it in, and NC State retakes the lead. Zoe Brooks, freshman All-ACC a year ago. Mid-range by Blackshear, jumps in and out. Offensive rebound done against 4 Wolfpack, and she sticks it in. Second team All-ACC a year ago. The junior, 16 points, 6.1 rebounds a game. That three was blocked by Smith.
Well, you know, for one thing's for sure, the last couple of meetings, it's been a battle between these two teams, and I don't think it's going to be anything different tonight.
Trigger, nice stick back. He's had some big games on the road in ACC play. Blackshear very capable from that mid-range, can't connect there. Rivers out of the pack with it. Brooks with a stop and pop over. Carnegie strokes that down. Chichat Wright in for the first time. The true freshman from Atlanta flips off to her fellow freshman Carnegie. Trying to back down on James. Blackshear tries the baseline this time. Kayla Blackshear making her second consecutive start, had 8 points, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in the win over Wake Forest. Veteran presence for the Yellow Jackets, but they got to get a body on Aziaha James, or else it could be a long night. She's walled off in transition. James, 8 points already, feeds a trailing Hayes for 3, and now NC State starting to wake up from downtown.
The last couple of possessions, especially that shot by Hayes, wide open at the top of the key. You got to find the trailer.
Carnegie thought about the three, and it was a good decision.
Getting into a rhythm and has already seen 2 big threes go down.
13.5 points per game off the Yellow Jacket bench. That's too easy from Brooks as she slashed across the zone.
Yeah, and usually if you out-rebound your opponent by 20, that's going to be a W.
And if you get that kind of bucket getting from Aziaha James, you're going to get a W as well.
In UNC, of the team they had to guard, and UNC played them very well defensively.
Carnegie looking for another knockdown from downtown, and you see the Cobra.
Right here, she just takes that step, good screen to give her, yeah, no, that's something that you don't normally see in post players, but in this day and age, when you have 6'6", you might see it.
There's a three from Saniya Jones, the McDonald's All-American freshman. Carnegie, quick trigger, no good. Rebound controlled by Smith.
You know, in transition, you got to find these shooters because the other players for NC State, they have been shooting it well so far in this game from behind the arc.
Looking for another triple, good from James. Thanks to Wolfpack, 5 of 12 from 3. The hat said they struggled from 3 coming in. The numbers said so. Off the cut, Dunn. And a shot blue stays with Tech.
What type of shooting or scoring she was doing earlier in the season in a tear, and she can put up numbers quickly for Georgia Tech.
Jones up quickly, and Saniya Jones with a stop on a dime pull-up. NC State really in rhythm offensively.
Well, you got to look at NC State's defense. It's pushing them out, forcing them to shoot some outside shots, or shots they're not normally comfortable in the offense.
There's a three by Morgan.
But she looked good on that stroke.
Oh, and she picks the pocket of Jones off to the races with the freshman. Gets the scoop and the score. It's a 5-0 burst by Morgan, and the deficit's down to 8. Rim.
Yeah, no, and she did that in the first quarter. Didn't see much from her, but then she picked it up in that second quarter.
And Tech's win over Clemson, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists. She'd flirted with that triple-double for her entire career. Finally got one. James, no answers for Aziaha James. As Termes ranging in the corner, shot clock at 7. Bounces away to Morgan. Morgan draws 2, dumps down to a cutting Termes, gathers and scores. Good patience and a gather by Ariadne Termes, absorbed the contact. Morgan second in the ACC, 5.7 assists per game. Here's Hayes. Trying to turn the corner on Termes. Oh, throws her, bounces across. Oh, woo on No.20 for 2. Those are the kinds of kick-out threes that make you hold your breath if you're Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and it's good penetration, good kick, but they have to get out on these shooters.
Morgan, the finger roll. You see the way she worked that pick and roll. Georgia Tech's turn to run some pick and roll. Morgan, great touch, pass to No.20 for 3, good again.
You know, when you see this 3 by No.20, it's in rhythm, good pass, and hit it comfortably.
She can spread it and spread. Westmore wanting timeout. Her team doesn't see it. Brooks goes to the window, lays it in, and a foul. And Westmore just said, never mind.
Right. That was all a part.
Shot clock at 8. Morgan slashing and scoring.
That was a tough shot.
It looks like on the wrist, though they do call it a floor foul. So off the inbound, baseline jumper by Rivers. She makes it look smooth. Morgan sizes up the screen from Blackshear. No looks it over to Smith. She has not found her stroke from the baseline. Grabs it back, though, and sticks it in.
But she has been active, showing energy, and gets another offensive putback for Georgia Tech.
Averaging better than 9 rebounds her last 6 games. Another finesse jumper by Brooks. Shot clock at 7. Will drift to the corner. Down the baseline, a wrap around Blackshear, lays it in.
And that was a big-time pass by the freshman.
What a terrific testament it is to their program, which reached their first Final Four in 26 years last season. Both the Irish and Wolfpack could be headed to the Final Four this year. Filling the lane in transition is Hayes to get the scoring started for NC State. Hayes coming off her 4th double-double of the season against NC State. Morgan jammed up, fires across to Blackshear. You got to step out on Blackshear because she has that soft touch from the high post. Brooks with a stop and go. Twitching on Morgan. Knocks it down. Zoe Brooks continuing to get cooking. This is an NC State team that out-rebounded North Carolina plus 20 on Sunday. No.20 slicing in, dumping it down to Blackshear, and she finishes with the left.
I mean, if the scoring's not there, we know she's going to give the defense. She has the assist that can make the right pass, and that was a good pass to Blackshear for that lay-in.
Junior from Gijón, Spain, as James slithers in for 2 more.
A supposed run or an attempt for a run that Georgia Tech was trying to pull off.
Off the back cut, it's done off the feed from No.20. Cut well off the ball, and they've got really good passers 1 through 5. A pull-up 3 by James, not this time. Slapped out, though, and controlled by Morgan. She's got Dunn drifting into the corner. Dunn for 3. Yes, ma'am. And it's a 1-possession game. Dunn, another 3. Smith yanks down the rebound with one hand, got caught beneath the basket, and it caroms off last, off the Jackets. And the second one spills off. Georgia Tech collapses on the rebound. It puts a pit in your stomach if you're the Wolfpack. Smith fit on the lane, lays it in, and it's a 1-point game. Look at that dive, though. That was a frozen rope by Morgan.
That was a good pass by the ACC assist leader in ACC play, Tonie Morgan.
Oh, the Hesse and the stick in by Rivers. Saniya Rivers and ESPN.com's mock draft at the beginning of this month for the WNBA draft. Going number 10 to Chicago. Here's Dunn. Turning, flipping, rolling it in. Trigger squatting in the post. Slung across Brooks. 2 more. A foot was on the line, but Zoe Brooks and to Dunn, to Carnegie. Puts it on the floor, crosses right by James for the scoop.
Woo! Goes straight to the basket and scores that layup on Hayes.
Carnegie has Brooks on her. Step back, 3 for the lead. Gets her own, pulls up, and Georgia Tech for the first time is in front.
NC State's had to work.
Winged across Devin Quigley. Cuts across, banks, and scores. That's a tough finish by the freshman Devin Quigley.
It's from these guards, and NC State, they have some incredible talent. Bright future ahead with the team they already have that's very good.
Rivers denies the entry. Rivers. A 3 in transition, good by Hayes. Up to 200 of her family and friends from Chattanooga to watch this one. There's Carnegie with the scoop around Trieger. That was well challenged by the 6'6 Trieger. Rivers on the step out, working on Dunn. Jones with a stop and go on Morgan. Slicing and scoring.
Yeah, NC State definitely a team that's battle tested. You know, they'll take your best hit, come right back at you.
2 more for Rivers. It's a 10-point lead on an 11-0 NC State run. Seconds ticking down. Rivers stacks up the screen from Trieger. Rivers bounces away. The 3 by Hayes. Got it. And NC State heads into quarter number 4 with a 13-point lead as the Hayes triple puts the final flourish on a 14 of 13 from the floor in that third quarter.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Oh, Hayes is feeling it. She is stroking smoke for the Wolfpack. And all of a sudden, a lot of air has been sucked out of this McCandless Pavilion crowd. Morgan from the baseline answers back.
And that's the matchup Blackshear needs to take advantage of. She needs to face the basket and try and drive.
Morgan over Trieger. High altitude.
That shows what type of roster you have. But Tonie Morgan is hitting this tough shot over Trieger. Outstretched Trieger, trying to defend it, but an even better pull-up.
This is done. Had it chopped away from behind, recovers. Gets around Trieger, stepping through for the lay-in. And it's a 10-point game over the last 7.5 minutes. Trieger almost lost it off the bottom of the rim, and it's last off a Trieger. 6-0 run, could it be 9-0? No good. And Smith rips away the rebound in traffic. Out to Blackshear from the foul line, and it's an 8-point game. Ahead No.20 throws it away. Got caught in too deep. It was picked away by Brooks. Now Rivers on the leak out lays it in. James carried the NC State offense in the first half. Other players have stepped up in the second half. Morgan got it blocked by James.
And been in attack mode from start up until the point of this game right now.
Carnegie knocks down the 3.
Ooh, and
going under the screen might be. It's Morgan. Morgan to Blackshear, filling the lane. Oh, swatted by Rivers, and it deflects off of Blackshear. A meeting in the high-rent district from Saniya.
With their guard play tonight.
Carnegie sprays it out to Smith. Rattles it down.
She could just fill up a stat sheet. That's what I said. I mean, she can play probably positions 1 through 5 for NC State if she wanted to. But handling the ball and going to the basket like that makes it look too easy for the 6'1" forward.
And tough, competitive win.
Yeah, they have the makeup of a team that could go far in the NCAA tournament. There goes Rivers again. And yeah, they can, and that's going to be a huge matchup. We already see what Notre Dame did to Miami tonight. Wasn't even close.
Yep.
But it's going to be a battle, and it's going to be loud at NC State on Sunday when those two teams battle it out.
Who close things out, and NC State will walk out of Atlanta tonight with an 83-68 win over Georgia Tech.